Hello friends, this video on applications of biotechnology part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now let us talk about genetically modified organisms, which is often abbreviated as GMO. Now, organisms whose genes have been altered by manipulation. What sort of manipulation are we talking about? Let us suppose there is one organism X. Now we want to alter a particular trait in X. So what do? We bring in or we insert a gene with the desired trait which we want so that it can replace the existing gene, and that is how some of the traits of X can be altered by manipulation. So whenever we talk about genetic engineering, it is about manipulation of genes. So we take out genes or we extract genes from one organism, we insert genes into some other organism. So all these kind of mix and match falls under the category of manipulation. So here again you can see the example of the cotton plant, the one which is not modified and the one which is modified. So any organism which is genetically modified is said to be transgenic. You can look at these examples where you see it is mix and match between a corn and a banana. This is how a strawberry might look like. You see, a strawberry normally is red in color, but if you want, you can have a strawberry which is blue in color. So how did you get that blue color? So a gene which is responsible for imparting it blue color has been inserted into this strawberry, and that is why it is blue in color. So there are advantages as well as disadvantages associated with genetic modification. So let us first look at the advantages. So how genetic modification of crops help us? Increased nutritional value of food. Now what happens is, here you can actually choose specific genes and then insert them. So if you know that this gene is responsible for giving more vitamins to that particular food, so you can just insert that particular gene. So in this way you can increase the nutritional value of the food. For example, there are different genetically modified varieties of rice which are enriched with vitamin A. So that is an advantage, that you can eat that rice and you can get additional vitamin A. Increased tolerance to abiotic stress. Now what is abiotic? Now biotic means living, abiotic means non-living. Now there are several non-living factors which affect the life of a plant. For example, temperature, drought, availability of water, salt content in the water, etc. So if the weather is too cold or if the weather is too hot, it might be difficult for the plants to adjust. Some plants cannot tolerate extreme heat, some plants cannot tolerate extreme cold. Some plants need highly saline water, whereas other plants do not want saline water. So the abiotic requirements for different plants are different. But genetically modified plants are found to be more tolerant to abiotic stress. That means they can withstand extreme temperatures, they can withstand the availability of more water or scarcity of water. And how do all these happen? These happens because of the mix and match of genes. Maybe some genes have been put inside the organism because of which it is able to have high tolerance. Increased resistance to pests. Now what are pests? Pests are those organisms which can actually kill the plants. So small like pests, insects, they all fall under the same category, which are like enemies to the plant. So they can spoil the plants and kill the plants. But genetically modified crops, they have high resistance. So they are genetically modified so that they can have better taste and quality, as they are resistant to pests. Now when a particular plant is resistant to pests, what happens? Firstly, the plant is not damaged by the pests. Secondly, the quality of the plant is maintained because now you do not have any contamination with the plant, and also the taste is improved. So these are some of the advantages of its high resistance to pests. Increased efficiency of mineral usage by plants. So it actually helps in preventing the early exhaustion of the soil fertility. So the the soil quality is utilized by the plant gradually and it is not exhausted in one go. So the minerals which are present in the soil are efficiently utilized by the plants. Decreased maturation time. Now, what is this maturation time? Now, for any plant, it takes some time to grow. Now, as you have seen, every plant goes through 3 different phases in life, like the reproductive phase, the vegetative phase. So it has got the different phases. Now, every plant will give its yield. So, if you are expecting fruits or flowers or the yield from the plant, that will come only after a certain time. It is not that today you put the seed and tomorrow you will start getting fruits. It is not like that. It will take its own sweet time. Now, why does it need this time? So that it gives time to the plant to mature, because only when the plant matures, it will be able to give fruits or flowers or whatever. Now, genetically modified plants are modified in such a way, that is, their genes are altered in such a way that the maturation time is decreased. Now, if the maturation time is decreased, what happens? Overall, the yield of the crop will yield from that particular plant will increase, because now the time taken by the plants to mature has reduced. So, in a smaller period of time, the yield is more, so the yield comes quicker, and that is how the yield has increased. So these are some of the very important advantages of genetic modification, and that is why we say that genetic modification can help in food advancement and thus can help in providing food to the growing population. So because of this decreased maturation time, the yield increases. Let us now look at the disadvantages of genetic modification. Insertion of a gene can affect functioning of other genes. So now what happens when a gene is inserted into the DNA of a target organism? Now what happens is that insertion of a gene into DNA of a target organism is always random. So it is just that a gene extracted from one organism is inserted into a target organism. But we are not very sure what exactly is happening inside the target organism. So there are chances that this can affect the functionality of the other genes, other functional genes. Now sometimes it can also happen that it can adversely affect the functioning of some of the very essential genes or some of the very important genes. So that means if you see, the advantages which were associated with the insertion of this new gene actually resulted in the dysfunctioning of some very essential genes. So that means it becomes disadvantageous. So insertion always involves a risk, because it is a random process and we really are not sure what exactly is happening inside. Can cause allergies. Now, this new gene which is getting inside the body of a target organism, it is nothing but a new thing which is coming inside the body of that organism. So it can cause different immune responses, it can also carry allergens with itself which can cause allergies in the target organism. So that is another disadvantage. Food chain can be adversely affected. Now, genetically modified crops manufacture their own pesticides. Now, therefore, in that way, now as I said, that genetically modified crops are more resistant to pests. Why? Because these genetically modified crops contain something which is capable of killing the pests. So that means genetically modified crops have some sort of inbuilt pesticides which can kill pests or insects. So that way, the usage of genetically modified crops is actually, in fact, indirectly introducing more pesticides into the food that we eat. Because the food which we are eating, if that is a genetically modified crop, so that means it has some pesticides which were inbuilt in them, because of which it is pest resistant. But at the same time, when I am eating that particular thing as a food, that means that pesticide is getting inside my body as well. So that way the food chain will get disturbed, because a lot of animals are dependent on plants. Again, there are many animals which are dependent on animals which feed on plants. So that means through the food chain, all different organisms are connected to each other. So once these pesticides enter into the food chain, so the entire ecological balance will get disturbed. So the ecology will get disturbed. Now, before that, what is ecology? It is nothing but the relationship between the living organisms with each other and also with the non-living components of the biosphere. So these are some of the disadvantages which are associated with genetic modification. Therefore, it needs to be taken care that genetic modification should be done, but it should be done within limits, that it does not turn out to be more disadvantageous than being of advantage. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.